Okay, I'm still working on that tongue sucking thing. I am. So hello, everyone. Yeah, Jewel is back. I know it's been a long time, but I came back because I just be having these conversations. It's just comical to me. It's so comical. It really, really is. Okay, so a couple conversations. So one, I want to touch on. The conversation today is about ladies. Oh, my sisters. Please, you need to get it together. You need to get it together. Especially those of you who are talking about you want to marry, you want a good man. The conversations I'm having with both females and males is just unbelievable. I'm dumbfounded. I guess because I've been married before, but yeah, touch on that. I have realized that I'm not married because I honestly don't want to be married. Yes, I don't. And I happen to like being me. I realize all these excuses I've been coming up with is because I really, truly don't want to be married. Because I'm sitting there saying, oh, well, the guy has to have this, he got to do that. And silly things that makes no sense. Things that most married people will not accept. Like, for instance, getting married and still living in two separate residences in two separate towns. That's ridiculous. So I get married, right? And because if I'm having a week where it's not that I don't want to share the same bed, but I literally don't want to be in the same residence with you for like a week because I just want my solitude. I don't want to be in a room down the hall because I don't want to hear your voice or smell your cologne or hear your footsteps. That's selfish. That's horrible. That's a person who really doesn't want to be married, for real. Most men, they're not going to go for that. If they marry a woman, most times it's because they want to be in the same residence as she, right? Yes. It's only right. It's only fair. So that amongst that and other things that I'm claiming that the man has to do this, man. It's silly. I just come to the conclusion I just don't want to be married. So that's fine. Yeah. I like my solitude and my peace and everything else, and going to bed and my sheets smell like me still, and waking up and stretching, sleeping in the middle of the bed and across the bed, whatever. I have no like that. Come home from work or what have you, my many jobs, and what I left in the refrigerator is still there for me. I don't have to worry about no one touching it. I don't know. I know it's selfish. So okay, I say all that to say that yeah, I don't want to be married. I don't even want a boyfriend. I don't. Because as soon as someone, I don't know, there was someone that I thought I liked or what have you, but as soon as they say something that I feel like is just, really? Now, okay, it's time for me to exit this situation or whatever it is. And then to get that phone call, that text, you really wasn't going to call me back, were you? No, I was not. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, well, I have my peace, I have my serenity, and I like it. I do. And the going out every once in a blue, that's cool. It's fun sometimes, but sometimes I don't really bother with it. But anyway, okay, so I'm done with that. So then I had a couple of conversations. Okay, so one female, she asked me for like a session. She's still asking me for like a couple of sessions. And I've been like, I don't want to do it. I don't. But she asked me to introduce her, take her some places where I know that they're good men and they make really good livings. And then listening to the things that she said, and I'm like, no, you don't want a good man. Not with what you're saying. You cannot possibly tell me you want a man that's like, I don't know, over 6 feet tall or what have you, and he works out and everything else. He looks good in the suits. And he ain't even got to work out. Just look good in the suits. You don't want to see a big stomach. Things like that. And you want him to make good money for the state that we live in. And so that's like well over $100,000 a year. and you want him to be set and secure and everything else, and then turn around, you look like you're about 7 months pregnant, really, and you're not pregnant, and you, I guess, might make a little half of what you're asking for him to make, which I don't think that that's a problem. But to put all of these expectations on him, and then you're not even coming to the table with half. You want him to have his things together. You want him to live a certain way, and then you don't even live that way, or you're not even preparing yourself to live that way. You can't ask something of someone that you don't already have, or you're not at least on your way. Like you have proof that you're on your way to being 75% of that. How can you? How can you? And then you're talking about husband. Yes, I'm a true believer in however, whatever wife you would like to be, or whatever girlfriend you would like to be, you have to come forth with something that shows this man that, okay, I can see her in that position with me. I can see her value. And no, you don't have to be no pick me and all that nonsense that they're claiming. Call me and pick me if you want to. I was just having a conversation not too long ago, and I explained to him that I have no problem with if I'm off that day, or I get home early and I beat my man or beat my husband home, that his chuck, yes, and that's a big cut of the steak that fits. It fits like a whole half pan, aluminum half pan size. The chuck fits, the whole steak fits in there with the bone, and you have it baking for like 2.5 hours with onions, and you done seasoned it nicely with Worcestershire, or Worcestershire, however you may pronounce it, and a little bit of organic garlic powder. You slice some sweet onions on it, some fresh cracked black pepper with my pepper mill, and you wrap it tight in some for you, and it's been baking for like 2.5 hours with potatoes. And then you may have his favorite vegetable on the side, his dessert ready, and you know that he like his glass ice cold, so you put ice cubes in the glass and then stick the glass in the freezer. So, but in his beer or whatever he like to drink, it's in that fridge or in the freezer so it gets slushy. And by the time he come home, and you know he goes straight to the shower, and then he go in the room and he put on his PJs or his cutoff shorts, whatever is making him comfortable. When he step foot out of the room, the timer on your timer on your microwave, or your cooking timer that you may have, it goes off in 30 seconds. And you're making his plate when he's walking in the kitchen. And you're pulling his fork out and his napkin and everything. Absolutely. Absolutely. Did I do that for my man? And will I do that for my man? Yes and yes. Yes, I did that for my man. And if I have a man, will I do that for him? Absolutely. Yes, I will. Even a man who's a guest at my home and I'm cooking, I do that for females and their guests in my home. And I'm not into females. But my thing is, to me, it's just courtesy. That's just who I am. That's how I am. Simple as that. Simple as that. So I look at it as in, this is me. That don't make me a pick-me. That's something I enjoy doing. I like to see the look on someone's face. I like to hear thank you. I like to hear, wow, that was really courteous of you. That was kind. And that was nice of you. Wow, thank you very much. I like things like that. That's me. I like to be appreciated. I do. I like kudos. It's a good feeling. And so, if it's not you, it isn't you. But that doesn't make me a pick-me. That doesn't make anyone a pick-me, because I know men that do that too. Does that make him a pick-me? Then, but for a female, be like, well, I have a good job and I have a master's in this. I'm living proof. He don't care. He don't care nothing about if you make over 6 figures. I've been here, done that. He don't care if you have a degree or 2 in certifications. He don't care. I've been here, done that. He don't care about any. It just depends on the individual he is. It's simple as that. No, a man does not be like, well, I gotta find me a wife and she must have a master's degree, and she must have 2 certifications, and she must make this amount of money. And no, he don't care. And then there are quite a few good men that they don't mind at all if you come with a baby, and they will step in and help to raise another man's child. Yes, there are good men that will do that. So no, if you have a child or even two, if that man really loves you, he understands that you and your children are one unit, and that's how he's going to treat you. He's going to take care of you, and he's going to take care of your children, and he's going to take care of you all as well as he takes care of himself. So you need to pay attention, ladies, how a man takes care of himself and the family that he currently has, because that's how he's going to treat you. I mean, for the most part, yes, for the most part. Now, if he's saying that nonsense, well, yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, yeah, you and I could date, but, you know, all that, me, you know, getting into your children and everything else, and sweetheart, don't even go there. Don't even go there. Make up every excuse you want on the planet. Don't go there. Don't do that. Your children they're part of you. You all are one unit. It's not you one unit, then your baby, your first baby is second unit, your third baby is third unit. No, you all are one unit. So, anyway, but I was talking to a gentleman, and I was telling him, like, about the dinner situation. Like, about how, you know, I'll put the glass in the freezer with ice in it, the whole 9 yards. That's how I know that he likes it, because I didn't be home for work, or I didn't have to work that day or that week, or whatever the case. And how I don't mind if I feel like the grass is overgrown and I'm available to do it, whatever the case, I will cut the grass. Yes, I have no problem with things like that. Not saying I cut the grass all the time, but so happen if I'm like, oh, I don't like the way it's looking, and I know that he's working or what have you, and I'm available to do it, and I don't like what I see, I'm going to take care of it. I believe in tackling a solution. If I have the solution, I believe in tackling that problem. That's because I don't like it. I know how I want it to look. I know how I want to live. So it's simple as that. But he was like dumbfounded. He was like, wow, when I was telling him about the chuck being in the oven and the ice cold glass and the drink and everything. And I was telling him, like, how I've done in the past, how I will do, in my future situation if I decided, if I wanted to get back in a relationship again. Oh, he was just like, wow, you a straight wife material. That's great. I've never been married, but that's a wife to me. I was like, well, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. He was like, no, that's something amazing to hear. I appreciate the compliment. I didn't even do this for him, just for me to mention it to him. So some of the females I know, they ask, well, I see that you've been married and you were with your ex-husband for a long time, and I wish I'd have done it. How did you? Can you help me? At first I was like, yes, but then as I got to know them, I was like, there's a reason why you've never been married. There's a reason why it's hard for you to even find a boyfriend. Listen to the things you say. Pay attention to the things you do. Realize who you are. Who you are is what you are going to attract. Simple as that. Simple as that. So ladies, please get it together. Get it together. Get it together. I'm not going to say that there are a whole lot of good men out here, but there are quite a few of good men out here. And more than a few decent men out here. I mean, some men are a little rough around the edges. You got to help them out. Yeah, that's up to you if that's what you want to do. But there are men that are ready. And so happen if you feel like, oh, he's not tall enough, that's on you. The way I see it, he's taller than me. That's what matters. I mean, if you feel like his stomach is too big, go to the gym with him. Talk him into taking walks with you or running or what have you, doing squats with you. Give him a reason. If he likes you, you'd be surprised what men are willing to do when they like you. You'd be surprised. You can, because some things have surprised me. When a man likes you or really cares about you or loves you, you'd be surprised what they're willing to do. So he's a good man. If that's the case, if you don't care for the way he dresses, surprise him for his birthday with a small wardrobe or something. I did it. it worked because I was really into the man. I just didn't care for much of how he was dressing at the moment when I met him. I didn't care for his color scheme. So I surprised him on his birthday with like a small wardrobe. And I was like, look, whatever you like, keep. Whatever you don't, we can exchange it or we can take it back. He was just shocked. He was just surprised. And he was like, thank you. And even the stuff that he ain't care for, he still tried to wear because he was just so appreciative of what I did. You know, with me just surprising him without asking him. That was my way of saying, I don't like your color scheme. that's what that, but I didn't want to be rude, you know, and I know I'm not perfect. So it was like a suggestion, but he loved it. Absolutely loved it. And over the years, some of his color scheme, you know, changed up, and whenever we would go out, he would wear colors and things that he knew that I liked. Now, when he would go out without me, like with his boys, whatever, then he would wear the things that he really liked, that he knew I didn't care too much for. But when he went out with me, he would make me happy. Yes, he would. He would wear the colors I like. He would wear the name brands that I felt, the designers that I felt looked good on his frame. Yes, he would. He would do that for me. So it was things I did for him. So think about that. Think about it. And men, yeah, you too. You need to get it together too, really. Because I don't understand how you figure if you open the door, really, that makes you a simp or that makes you soft. Oh, that's ridiculous. To open up a door for a lady? Seriously? I mean, really, to get her coat for her? I don't understand that. Definitely never call a female out of her name. Call her by her first name, Miss, Mrs., her last name, even her middle name or her full name, her first and last name together. But don't call her out of her name. Don't do it. Please stop it. Stop it. And ladies, you too. Stop calling yourselves bees. Lord have mercy on everyone's soul. Okay, I guess you call me old and old-fashioned, and I have no problem showing all my silver. I have no problem. And I don't have a problem getting definitely a young man come at me. Ugh. I'm not into young men. I like my old farts, my old fogies. Yeah, I'm 52, and I like them like around. Yeah, I would say 58 to 65, something like that. Those are ages I prefer. I prefer them like 5 to 10 years older than me. The young man thing. Oh, I've gone to dinner with them, one or two of them, and I just can't do it. Ugh. Oh, yeah. And even these older ones out here are starting to act really silly. Really, really silly. Cut it out. Stop it. Stop it. But, and all of that, and the dudes with the podcast, I mean, you all are comical, but I have to admit that some of the stuff that you say is true. It makes sense, though. I can't even get angry at you about, you know, us not being able to pop out a baby and us being, I don't know, used or old and washed up. I don't know, value dropping, whatever. I mean, yeah, if you're going to buy bearing children and everything, okay, you have a point. But anything else? No. I find it funny. It doesn't upset me at all because I feel like those who get upset, they feel like it pertains to them. Yeah, the age thing pertains to me. Yes, I've had my 2 children. I'm a grandma 3 times. I love it. I absolutely love it. Would I change anything? No. No. I mean, as far as I would have started investing, yes, right out of high school. That's about the only thing I would have changed. Yeah, and I'd have definitely saved more. I wouldn't have bought all of the nonsense, all the name brands and crap and expensive stuff and toys and everything, like expensive cars, and spent all my money leasing from people expensive lofts and all that silly crap. I wouldn't have did that. That I'd change. But anything else, no. I wouldn't change for nothing. So I love being me. I don't know about the rest of you and you beautiful young women. Oh, Lord have mercy with these eyelash things. Some things don't poke in your eyes. I mean, just me thinking about this making my eye itch. And I didn't know that y'all had on fake lips until I saw a young lady on TikTok or something. She actually peeled her lips off. I was like, oh wow, she peeled off her eyelashes. She peeled off her lips. She, wait a minute. She peeled off her cheeks. I was like, oh my God. She was a completely different person. All y'all are walking around here looking like these black Barbie dolls or something. I don't know. And you all look alike. And you all claim that you look so great. And you need these high value men. Sweetheart, I hope you know what comes along with that. You don't just get that. No. You don't just get a high value man, he spends his money on you. No. At least not the ones I know. Not the one I was married to. You don't work like that. They have obligations. Yes. And those who are disciplined, they stick to their obligations. So that means that you're not going to get all that money spent on you. No. Now, they may allow you, or they may accept, not allow you, accept that you make your own money and let you spend your own money on you, and they pay all the bills. They may do that, at least the one I was married to, because his ego was too big. He didn't allow nobody to pay no bills in his house for him. So he told me to work and keep my own money and take care of myself, which I did, which I found amazing. Thank you very much, because of him, I was able to start my own business 8 years ago. So thank you very much. But ladies, you need to know what comes along with that. That's a whole nother video. But I did address what I wanted to address about sisters, and you can't ask for something that you aren't. You need to be that if that's what you want. You just think about that. Just really, really think about that. So I say all this to say, ladies, take care of yourself and get a clue, please. And men, really, a lot of you need some home training now. Men weren't allowed to act like that when I was coming up, and neither were the ladies. The ladies weren't allowed to act like that. But we had great aunt in our life. We did. All our aunts were allowed to say something to us. Even the next door neighbor. It was no kind of way. I sucked my teeth at my mother one time. She split top of my lip. She was left-handed, and that wedding band caught me right here. No, we weren't allowed to talk the way you all can talk now. No, it's no way in God's green earth my daughter would even dream of saying 1/16. Yeah, I was a math major. Saying 1/16 of the things that you all say. It's not happening. I'm not having it. Okay, so my video is long enough. And I'll talk to you all soon. Peace and blessings.